Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends to go over DREXTHAR BLOODTWIN, the free legendary champion that you can get in the bazaar after 100 days. If you can do 360 bars every single day, you will be able to get this guy 100 days later. The day of the patch, they actually threw in some stealth buffs to this champion that they didn't tell us about before. We're going to run them through Spider 20 right now just to have a little bit of fun with Garrush, Apothecary, and 2 Armorgers to keep the turn meter down. We don't really need the leech the Garrush is going to put up here. We are in a lifesteal set. We're in a lifesteal set with a 1-piece accuracy set to get that 40 additional accuracy. The greatest thing about Drexthar, if you are a free-to-play, low spender going through the game, if you can do 360 bars a day or somewhere close to that every other day, even if it takes you 200 days to get Drexthar, and you haven't progressed through Spider, you haven't progressed through Dragon all the way, that aura that he has of plus 70 accuracy, which we're using right now on him, because I got a resistance banner on him to help out with resisting these poisons. So we've got a resistance banner, plus on the patch, whenever he gets a burn up, he can get additional resistance, up to 50 additional resistance, so 5 burns out there. So right now we've got that. We've got that additional resistance from that passive. He has a passive 75% chance anytime he's attacked to put up a burn on the enemy. Now, they changed a few other things on him. His A1 used to do damage based off of attack and defense. Now it only does damage based off of defense. That's a really good improvement. Plus, on his A1, he can heal by damage done if there is a burn up on the enemy. That's the same way it was before. His A2 always did a mass AoE damage and did a provoke. But the provoke was always 60% chance when booked, 40% when not booked. So not a high percentage chance to provoke. And we were hoping that would go to 100% chance to provoke because we want people to come in and attack him. Right now, he's the weak affinity here in Spider, so they're more than likely they're going to attack him, right? You see that happening. We're not getting a lot of buffs up, a lot of provokes up. At a 60% chance, even right now, we're still not getting a lot of provokes up. But he's still a really good champion for progression. What did they do on that A2? Well, they lowered it from a 4-turn cooldown to a 3-turn cooldown now. So now he's going to try it more often. 3-turn cooldown, fully booked. Plus, if they have a burn up, he will 100% chance to try to provoke. And if you do a provoke, he will always do a decrease attack on that champion as well. So whenever you see him do a provoke, you're going to see the little bull icon. And then you will see decrease attack with it. As long as it doesn't get resisted, right? So being that they changed up quite a few things with him, increased his speed, made his passive so that if there are burns out there, he can get an additional resistance, up to 50 resistance. Made that A2 instead of a 4-turn cooldown, a 3-turn cooldown, still the same percentage to provoke at 60%. But then if they are burning, he will have a 100% chance to provoke. And then of course, anytime we do a provoke, he will do a decrease attack. I think it's all pretty good. We are actually going through here at a decent pace, I guess, 2 minutes and 43 seconds. If we weren't killing the spiderlings as fast, that's the problem, right? I'm trying to still get damage out of Drexthar. Also, Garrush is doing a lot of damage here. So you want to come in here. If you're going to do the burn strategy, right? You want the spiderlings to survive. You want them to be there to keep burning every time they take a turn. You don't want them to die and then we have to reapply it when we're already having kind of a hard time to apply it, right? We've only got a 75% chance to apply it. There we go. So really, they're all set up with burns. Not too bad, a little over 3 minutes. But remember, the biggest thing with him is that aura. If you need progression in the game and you're coming up in the game, use that aura. Deck him out on a whole bunch of defense, put him in lifesteal gear, get him in a set of accuracy gear to get that additional accuracy, and then use that accuracy lead and you are set. Then by the time you come up here, the Spider, and you want to do something like this, look, we did it with 2 Armorgers, an Apothecary, and let's go back and look at this. It wasn't like I had a 300 speed Apothecary. This is a reasonable 241 Apothecary. These Armorgers are here with just max crit to make sure we drop that turn meter, and then they're always attacking our boy here, which gets an additional, look, he's got total stats of 4,400 defense, which is really good, of course. We do have him at 100% chance to crit because I want to see what kind of damage we can do with him. You don't need this. And then we've got good accuracy and good resistance. That way we can resist those poisons from the spider if you're bringing him in here for spiderlings. Hopefully we're fast enough with our Drexthar. Okay, good, we are. And let's see what kind of damage he can do on that A2. Here it is at a whopping 30, 27, 48. So not a lot still. Because we have him in Giant Slayer, he's not really built out there for that. He can do damage, but he's not going to be the best person in the world to use in your arena team. but not the worst either, especially if you can get those provokes out and you're coming up in the game. It's all about coming up in the game and seeing what we can do there. If you want to use them also in your demon spawn, no problem there, though I will say that there are better people. Like Umbral Enchantress is a far better person to do that. We could run through here, but this would take quite some time, and I was trying to do a team with all epics, even though we could use this with all epics and DREXTHAR BLOODTWIN. That'd be a good thing to do too. So let's go over here and look at a Dragon 20 run. There's not a lot of things I feel like I can show you with DREXTHAR BLOODTWIN. He's a very simple champion. If he gets attacked, he applies a burn. He's going to do a 3-turn AoE provoke if he can at a 60% chance. There we go. Whoa, we hit the miracle money. Everybody got provoked. Plus, if he does provoke, he's going to do a decrease attack, which is going to save you from getting hit. You know, we're going to get hit a lot less. So it's a good champion. All I wanted was, man, if we had a 3-turn cooldown and 100% chance to provoke, forget the decrease attack, we would be straight, like a lot of the other provokers out there. Plus, he's on fire. Don't you think that his passive should do something like always apply a burn, and then when he's hit, apply a burn too? At least a percentage chance, 60% chance to always apply whenever he does damage, 60% chance whenever he's hit. But let's not go there. Let's just talk about how good he is for progression. There are ways that I would have done it differently that I think would be fun because he's on fire. But as far as you trying to get through the game, you progressing through the game, you one day saving up your 360 bars every couple days, getting one fragment of this guy, and then finally after 100 to 200 to 300 days, getting him for free, what can you do with him? Well, if he has really low HP, they're going to gun for him here. Unfortunately, my Apothecary has really low HP and high defense, like really high defense as well, the way I built my Apothecary. So the enemy's going to attack them. That's why you don't see them going after our Coldheart right now, or they might now because she's got a decreased defense. That's why you don't see them going after those champions, because they actually have more HP, max HP, than our Drexthar. So they go after our Drexthar, or they're going to go after Apothecary. That's how you should build them for progression through the game. So he's going to help you out here. And the main thing is that accuracy. We need that accuracy lead, because when you're coming up, it is so hard to get accuracy banners. It's so hard to farm Spider in general. So you might not be able to do that. So use this guy. Do not be afraid of him. If you are in game, then yeah, you're not necessarily going to need him. If you have a robust roster, you're not necessarily going to need this guy. But definitely, I don't know how long it's going to take a new account to save up that many. I have no idea. I don't know where you're going to be after, where you're going to be at in this game after 200 days. I would hope that you would already be at Dragon 20 and progressing through there. We've done tons of videos on Dragon 20 with some rares, with War Maidens, with all the rest of these champions to help you out. So it can be done without Drexthar. You don't need it. But I do feel like that you might need help with Drexthar in Spider 20, right? Just like the team you just saw earlier. Something like that. Other than that, he is a mediocre but good for progression because of that Aura champion, I feel like. You let me know your thoughts below. What do you think about him? If I were you, I would always go with the lifesteal, and then the accuracy here would really help you out as far as banner goes. It just depends on how much accuracy you have. Maybe you need accuracy, maybe you need resistance, maybe you're strong enough to where you could go with another defense banner and do even better with that. Right now, if you wanted to take him into the clan boss coming up, if you didn't have a clan boss team, now don't get me started. He's not like a clan boss champion. Burn only does one time. It's not that great. It doesn't stack up like poison. But I'm just saying, if you were able to get him from the bazaar, if you're free to play, you could use a champion like this. It wouldn't be an issue. Right here, I just went down to Giant Slayer because he does do 3 hits on that A1. Get additional procs there. And then I kind of went weird over here on the side. I just went for some weird different stuff. Decrease the chance to be critical damage. Then since he's being hit so much, I wanted to try to drop off any debuff that he did get, especially in spiders. That worked out really well for us. Get additional, right? We're going to get additional resistance. We're getting resistance now on his buff. Why not get any more? Why not get additional resistance if we get more debuffs up? And then we went down here to a counterattack whenever we can, and then also get turn meter whenever our allies are hit. But that's really it for Drexthar. There wasn't like a crazy overall change that they did for him. They just changed this to do defense base, 3-turn cooldown instead of a 4. Gave us an additional accuracy resistance here. And then gave us the chance that if we do apply a provoke, we can do a decrease attack on there. And then if they are burned, which he has to be hit to apply the burn, so it's kind of weird that they do have a 100% chance to apply this provoke. So not bad. Let me know how you feel about Drexthar. Also, I got extremely lucky with getting all my books in here and then on his A2 as well. None on the A3, so I saved out on 3 books. Very, very cool for me. I hope you also have the same luck. But tell me how you feel about Drexthar. Was the 2.2 buff enough? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I will see you guys all in a video soon.